Hey YouTubers, it's the Stick Figure Picker here again, and I have another FBA and eBay sales report for you all. Again, I've been really rocking it in sales, and like they say, you want to make more money, you have to list more, and that will attract more buyers to your eBay page and to your FBA items. So I've sold quite a bit in the last few days. I'm really excited to show you guys what has sold and what to be on the lookout for when you're out picking. So let's get started here. We're going to start with eBay items. So this was not one of my best pickups, and I'm never ever going to buy this film again. This is Bambi 2, the sequel. I picked it up at Goodwill for $1.79 and it sold for $3, so I'm never ever going to buy this movie again. If I see the first one like I did before, sold that one for $12.89, I think I will buy that. I will just never buy this one again. Buyer paid shipping, of course. Alright, this was another really good pickup. I bought this a little over a year ago. This is a vintage 1920s, 1930s Riddle brand Art Deco painted cast iron light fixture. I did pay $10, so I doubled my money. However, the other one that I bought for $10, which was more decorative and floral and everything obtained through that period, I sold that one for $33, so that basically made $53 on a $20 investment, so I made $33. And I had a hard time taking good clear pictures of this light fixture, which can be very difficult for me sometimes, especially with my phone. See, if you can see, it's a little blurry, but it's very decorative, and it's very nice, and I only paid 10 for it, so good enough on my part. Okay, this is something that I wasn't expecting to sell as quickly as it did. This is the 1988 horror film Child's Play, starring Catherine Hicks, Chris Sarandon, and Alex Vincent, featuring Chucky. I've had a fascination with Chucky ever since I was probably 9 or 10. Don't know how. I think it's because I was going into Spencer's a lot at my mall, and I'd seen him, and I'm like, oh, what's this horror character? So I was like, oh, I'll look it up, and I found the movie at a flea market a few years ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago, and I spent about what I sold it for, $4, $3.99. I did find an acceptable or a better condition disc when I was at my local weigh and pay place for $1, so I figured I'll sell this one just to get rid of it. And it sold within the next day, so if I ever see the 90s DVD for Child's Play, I will definitely be picking that up because I know it's going to sell because it's when they first released it on DVD. I know there are some people on here who do not like this movie. I've been watching it since I was probably 11 or 12, and it's never scared me. I just thought it was really neat. And since I am a criminal justice major, I just thought since it's kind of a crime movie, I really enjoyed it. And I've always loved shows like Forensic Files and things like that. So Chucky is one of my favorite horror films. I didn't like The Seed of Chucky. I'm still kind of undecided whether I like The Revenge of Chucky or not. But the first through the fourth, which was Bride of Chucky, Child's Play 1 through 3 and Bride of Chucky, I thought were great. Alright, this is something that I picked up, again, probably about a year or two ago. These are vintage 1970s Tupperware Servalier nesting kitchen canisters. I only had the 2. They were in with all the kitchen appliances and stuff. I paid $1 for the 2 of them, and I sold them for 10. Buyer did pay shipping. And was expecting maybe to get 12 or 14, maybe just a little bit more. But I only had the 2. If I had 3 of them, I may have sold them for more, because a set of 3 could probably go for much more. But this is all I had, and they did sell for a good number, so I'm happy. For $1 that I paid for them, $10 isn't bad. Okay, this was an extremely good find on my part. Bought these at the Goodwill a few months ago for $5.59, and I sold them yesterday for $29.99, and the buyer did pay the shipping, and it's only going up to New York, so it's going to go that way quickly, or head to New York quickly. So they were brand new with the tags on them. They weren't worn. The tread wasn't worn at all. And someone said that they were going to get them for their son's pool party. So I was like, okay, you know what? I need to get these out quickly. And they sold. So I made a good number on those. So that was good. Alright, another item that I've had for over a year that I just hadn't gotten around to selling was this 1964 G.I. Joe redhead action figure. It was stamped 1964 by Hasbro on his butt. Right there, G.I. Joe, copyright 1964 by Hasbro. So, I think oh gosh, I can't even remember what we spent on stuff. It was cheap. I think it was maybe $5. Sold them for $23.45 and the buyer paid shipping. So that wasn't bad. I should have listed them sooner, but that's okay. Go. Why am I at this page again? Did I miss something? What came after the G.I. Joe? Oh, I missed this. Okay, so this was a thing that I was kind of expecting to get more money for. This is a vintage 1966 bendable-legged Stacy doll from the Barbie line. This came out of the estate sale that we went to that was really junky, and we went all 3 days. I made some good money on some of the stuff that I bought from there. Some stuff didn't sell for much, but I still made all the money back that I spent. So I only got $5 for this. Again, probably I could have gotten more had I shown close-up pictures of her or things of that nature, but I'm just looking to clear out my inventory because I've been holding off on listing stuff. So I'm trying to make room for more new stuff. So again, $5 wasn't bad, but I wish I would have gotten more, but she is very, very dirty, so she was played with. And the buyer did pay the shipping. Oh. Alright, last item to sell on eBay is something that I picked up at a charity thrift store for $1. It's these vintage Calabar brand clip-on sunglasses. I bought these for $1, and I sold them for $8.50. As you can see, the case is pretty beat up, so I wasn't expecting to get a whole lot, but I made $7.50 on this transaction, and the buyer did pay the shipping, which is fantastic. So that's all I got for eBay today. Now we're going to move into FBA sales. Alright, one of the very first things that I sold is The Sims Bustin' Out for PlayStation 2. My Goodwill sells video games for $1.99, and then I get the discount for my Goodwill MVP pass, so I got it for $1.79. Sold this copy of The Sims Bustin' Out for $29.99. And I believe it was in really, really good condition. I didn't test it because I don't play The Sims. I think it's kind of just an kind of game. So I hope it works. Alright, this is a game, Beyond Balderdash, that I picked up at my local charity thrift store for $5. It was brand new and sealed, and I sold it for $44.99. Okay, I picked these up. This is Disney Pixar's Cars, the movie pad set, like for a kid who's roller skating or learning to ride a bike, things of that nature. I think I picked that up for $3 or $4.99. Sold it for $19.99. This was something maybe I shouldn't have picked up, but I did anyway because it was new and sealed. This is a Doberman Security door and window alarm. Picked that up, I think, for maybe $4 or $5.99, and I sold it for $11.99. So that was probably not my best pickup, but I mean, it still sold for more than what I spent on it. Okay, this was something that I actually managed to get out of a dumpster for free. There was a house down the street that was being renovated, and they were just throwing stuff out like mad, and it was irritating to me because I found a really expensive toy in there. I found this. I found some Swiffer Wetjet, which I need to get ungated in health and beauty just so I can sell it. And these, if you have a local Giant near you, I know that Giant rents out the Rug Doctor, which helps clean your carpet. And I think the cleaners are not all that cheap. So when I saw this in the dumpster, I just snagged it because it was brand new, and the label may have been a little ripped on it, but I still managed to get it. And I sold it for $14.99. So to get something for free and sell it for $14.99, couldn't beat that. Alright, picked this up in my local Goodwill, this Ibis and Orchid Flamingo Nightlight. And I sold it I bought it for $4.49 and sold it for $14.99. I don't know why the shipping was so expensive. Maybe the person wanted to get it really quickly because they were looking for it. Excuse me. Let me just get a drink of water real quickly. Sorry about that. So yeah, sold that for a good number. Paid $4.49, so that was a good profit on my part. Oh, shoot. Looks like the picture is not available on here. So I bought this on my birthday at my Unique. It is a Bedazzler stud and rhinestone setting machine. I think you bought that at Michael's or something like that, or maybe even Walmart. I can't really remember where it's from or even know where it's from. So I picked that up for I think $3.99 and I sold it for $29.99. So that was another good profit. And the last item is probably my best profit on Amazon FBA so far. So I was at my local Weigh and Pay and I saw this game brand new. And I noticed that it was sealed, and while the people weren't looking, I decided to scan it to see if it was going for a good number on Amazon. And thankfully it was. So I paid $10 for this game, and I know that probably seems a lot for a thrift store, but when I scanned it and saw how much people were getting for it or were asking for it, I figured it was time to take a chance on it. So I bought this game for $10 and sold it for $179.99. The shipping total was $9.94, but there must have been a promotion, so they gave the person free shipping. Don't know how that works, but this game was factory sealed. I was not expecting to get what I got for it. I'm really, really excited about it because I've never sold anything for that much money before. So that breaks a record. So that's all I got for you today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Follow me on Periscope under the Stick Figure Picker or VRomano1995. Head over to my eBay page if you're interested in seeing what I have up for sale. If there's anything you're interested in purchasing from me, please let me know. I am also on Etsy, but I'm not selling anything on there. I'm under Skull King's Treasures. And that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and please share with your fellow YouTubers.